31 goals, 62 points, a final day brace, and Kylian Mbappé is officially the winner of the 2024-25 European Golden Shoe. From a sluggish start at the Bernabéu to a blistering sprint finish with 9 goals in his last 5 matches, the French striker has silenced all doubts. He is the most prolific goalscorer in Europe this season. And this is more than just an individual accolade, it's a warning to the continent. A new era at Real Madrid has begun. And it starts with Kylian Mbappé. Even though Los Blancos ended the season empty-handed in all competitions, his message is clear. If you found this story compelling, captivating, or informative, don't hesitate to hit subscribe, there's much more to come. What looked like a mere consolation for a disappointing season turned into salvation for Kylian Mbappé. With Real Madrid having no realistic targets left in La Liga, Mbappé turned the Golden Shoe race into his personal stage. And he did not disappoint. Heading into the final round, the Golden Shoe rankings were on a knife edge. Victor Gyökeres had wrapped up his season with 39 goals for Sporting Lisbon. However, playing in the Portuguese top flight, which has a lower UEFA coefficient, 1.5, earned him only 58.5 points. Mbappé, in contrast, had 29 goals in La Liga with a coefficient of 2, giving him 58 points. Just one more goal would see him surpass the Swedish striker, and the opportunity came at the perfect time. At the Santiago Bernabéu, Mbappé faced Real Sociedad under immense pressure and towering expectations. In the 38th minute, after having a penalty saved by goalkeeper Morel, he reacted quickly to slot home the rebound and open the scoring. It wasn't just a goal to give Real the lead, it was the defining moment in the Golden Shoe race. After the break, Mbappé struck again to complete his brace, sealing a 2-0 win and finishing the season with 31 goals, totaling 62 points. Behind him, Mohamed Salah still had a shot. The Egyptian went into the final Premier League round with 28 goals, 56 points. But instead of a surge, he managed just 1 goal in a draw against Crystal Palace, ending the season with 29 goals and 58 points, closing the door on his Golden Shoe hopes. Salah officially finished third. Harry Kane, 26 goals for Bayern, and Robert Lewandowski, 27 goals for Barcelona, were ultimately outsiders. Notably, Lewandowski made a valiant push with a final day brace. The numbers don't lie. Over the last 5 La Liga rounds, Mbappé scored 9 goals, an astonishing rate of 1.8 goals per game, especially considering Real had long abandoned their title ambitions. It must be stressed, this was not a fluke. The French star ended the season with 7 penalties, prompting some to argue that referees favoured him. But in reality, Mbappé simply capitalized on every opportunity. In a fiercely competitive league like La Liga, maintaining form across 34 rounds is no easy feat, and he hit his peak when it mattered most. This year's Golden Shoe race was not without controversy, from UEFA coefficient debates to refereeing decisions. But one fact is undeniable. Kylian Mbappé won through sheer resolve and breathtaking form in the season's final stretch. In a season where Real Madrid collectively fell short, their number 9 wrote a perfect closing chapter. If the Golden Shoe run-in was a sprint, the 2024-25 season as a whole painted a grand portrait of a striker who doesn't just score, he makes history. It's no easy feat to join Real Madrid under a global spotlight and the crushing weight of millions of expectations. But Mbappé embraced it like someone born for the biggest stages. From his very first day at Valdebebas, the Frenchman made no secret of his ambition. He joined Real Madrid on a free transfer after several years of near misses, arriving with towering expectations from both club executives and fans. Yet few could confidently say a player just exiting League One would instantly thrive in the more brutal La Liga. Indeed, Mbappé's start wasn't ideal. He missed a penalty at San Mamés and later admitted in an interview, "I felt like I hit rock bottom." But that proved to be the turning point that sparked a season-long surge. He ended the La Liga campaign with 31 goals in 34 appearances, claiming the Pichichi Trophy as top scorer. No Real Madrid player had achieved that in their debut season since Ruud van Nistelrooy in 2006-07. In fact, only 3 players in La Liga history had previously scored 30-plus goals in their debut campaign at a new club: Sanudo Pruden, Romario, and Ronaldo Nazario. Mbappé became the 4th. Across all competitions, Champions League, UEFA Super Cup, Club World Cup, and Copa del Rey, Mbappé scored 42 goals in 55 matches. He outscored even Cristiano Ronaldo, 33 goals in 2009-10, and Iván Zamorano, 37 in 1992-93, in their respective first seasons at Madrid. A feat unmatched by any real legend before him. Mbappé's goals were more than numbers, they were iconic moments. A hat-trick against Barcelona at Camp Nou, each goal scored in a different style. Another hat-trick against Manchester City in the Champions League second leg. And, of course, the final day brace against Real Sociedad that secured his golden shoe. Alongside the European Golden Shoe and Pichichi, Mbappé also claimed the Gerd Müller Trophy, awarded to the top scorer across both club and international matches in a season. So while Real Madrid didn't achieve a treble, Mbappé was the world's top marksman. Playing alongside Vinicius and Rodrigo, Mbappé quickly became the focal point of Real Madrid's attack. He didn't just score, he sparked quick transitions, stretched defenses, and dictated tempo. When Jude Bellingham or Federico Valverde were missing in midfield, it was often Mbappé who dropped deep, created chances, and burst forward to finish them off. There was a time when critics dismissed him as a League One scorer who wouldn't cut it in tougher leagues. But he has answered them all, with performances, with records, and, above all, with an unshakable presence. And it feels like the greatest chapters of his Real Madrid story are still to come. The European Golden Shoe is a summit every striker dreams of reaching. For Kylian Mbappé, this is his first time claiming the honor, despite years of being among the elite. But focusing only on trophies and accolades would miss the bigger picture, the bittersweet feeling of individual triumph amid collective disappointment. Real Madrid's 2024-25 campaign was a discordant symphony. Outpaced by arch-rivals Barcelona, they finished second in every domestic competition: La Liga, Copa del Rey, and Spanish Super Cup. Their Champions League run ended in the quarter-finals, knocked out by Arsenal. In the end, Los Blancos won just 2 minor trophies: the UEFA Super Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup, rewards stemming from last season's European triumph. In that bleak landscape, Mbappé was the lone beacon. He scored in every competition, in every key moment. But football is a team sport. No matter how brilliant one man is, he cannot carry the whole. His golden shoe journey also wasn't without its stumbles. Mbappé narrowly avoided a lengthy suspension after a dangerous challenge on Antonio Blanco in match week 33. Initially, there were fears of a 4-match ban, which would have ended his golden shoe hopes. In the end, he served a 1-match suspension and returned in time to score 9 goals in the final 5 rounds, overtaking Victor Gyökeres. Meanwhile, his chief rival Gyökeres shone in a league with less fanfare. The Swedish striker scored 39 goals, fired Sporting to the Portuguese title, but due to the 1.5 coefficient, ended with just 58.5 points, falling 3.5 points shy of Mbappé despite having 8 more goals. Some argue the current point system is unfair, diminishing the efforts of strikers in lower-ranked leagues. But rules are rules, and Mbappé simply made the most of every advantage. Even amid the debates, Kylian Mbappé has every right to hold his head high. He is the first Frenchman since Thierry Henry to win the European Golden Shoe. The first Real Madrid player since Cristiano Ronaldo a decade ago to do the same. And the only player in history to have won the Golden Boot at the World Cup, Champions League, European Leagues, and Pichichi. With 42 goals across all fronts, and 31 in La Liga alone, Kylian Mbappé is laying the foundation for a new dynasty at the Bernabéu. And crucially, he is not satisfied yet. The Champions League remains elusive, the Ballon d'Or still out of reach, and Real Madrid are still searching for consistency. Those things can't be measured in individual trophies. Kylian Mbappé ends his first season at Real Madrid not with collective glory, but with the European Golden Shoe. Yet behind that gleaming award lies more than just a spectacular season. It marks the beginning of a new chapter, full of ambition and challenge. The Golden Shoe is just the first step. The journey ahead is long. And for the French star, the real conquest is only just beginning.